Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I kind of want to touch on relationships. It's not something that's talked about a lot in the disabled community, brought to the forefront, especially in videos. There are some channels that are really starting to break ground for both disability relationships as well as interabled relationships. Um, Today I kind of want to talk about my past relationships. Am I looking for a relationship? And whatever obstacles I feel keep me from having a relationship. So I guess we can start with have I had a relationship? Yes, I believe so. Air quotes technically. I was dating a guy for about a month. It was a weird situation that I don't think was. It was an odd situation that I don't think was really technically we were dating. We met, we had a couple drinks, and he said, "Hey, I'm your boyfriend now." We hung out off and on at work, because this is back when I owned the restaurant. He would come and see me after work a few days a week, and we'd hang out and talk, and he eventually came out to the house, and we'd sit and watch movies or just kind of visit, and he spent the night a couple times. And that was the extent of our relationship. Every time I would suggest we go to the movies or, go do things, couples would do, he would always get kind of weird and be like, no, that's just not for me. And, I'm busy or I'm tired or whatever. And if I ever asked him to meet his friends, he would just say no, but they're too busy to come around. And so it started to pop up a lot of red flags in my mind, and as I suspected, eventually after a few weeks he just got distant and stopped talking to me and stopped coming over. And when I confronted him about it, he actually came out to the house to tell me that he had met someone else and that we weren't together anymore, which was kind of an odd way of saying that we were broken up. So after that, I kind of went through a depression, and at the time I felt like, what did I do? What was wrong with me? Just like anybody else would do. But through counseling, I realized it wasn't me, it was him. He was a douchebag basically, and I was the only gay guy in town, so it was just an easy, quick action whenever he felt like it. Am I looking for a relationship? Probably not. I am on Tinder, I'm on Grindr, I'm on some different groups just to chat with guys. I never really try to push it too far. I've only met up with one guy in like the past 2 years, and that was just for coffee, and it hasn't really gone anywhere since. We've texted, but I don't see it going anywhere because there's a lot of issues on his end, a lot of issues on my end, that I don't think that it'll go anywhere. What are some obstacles to having a relationship? For me, a lot of the obstacles have to do with my schedule, like my caregivers, the fact that I need 24-hour assistance, and it takes a really different person who's comfortable with all those aspects of my life, especially since my main caregiver is my mom. That makes a lot of guys uncomfortable, because for us to go out on a date, they would have to come and drive me in my van since I don't drive, or if they want to come over to hang out and watch a movie, my mom's here, or on the weekend my sister's here, so they're just not that comfortable. And also I find it a little odd as well, so I kind of push people away a little bit on those issues. And also, if it ever came down to somebody wanting to spend the night, that would just be an absolute no. Like I say, it's just weird in the living situation I'm in. If I was to meet someone who was strong enough to be confident in themselves in the relationship, and also to say, hey, I understand your fears, your issues. I understand that you need assistance with things, and that they're completely comfortable with it, then I might pull my wall down a little bit and try to move forward with them and see where it would go. But like I say, that's a very rare person that I have yet to find. I'm looking, I chat with guys, but it always ends as soon as they realize what's all involved with me. This topic kind of came to mind because I was watching a video from a channel I subscribe to, talking about a Dr. Phil episode dealing with interable couples. And on the episode, they had talked about, make a choice between either a caregiver or a lover. And to me, that is true on a certain level. However, there are times that the lines blur. So if you're with the person you're dating, there are times that they're going to have to do some sort of caregiving, whether it be helping you eat or with a drink or positioning you or whatever. Because if they are strictly your lover and do absolutely no caregiving activities, then that's going to bring up a lot of odd situations. So if you go out for a romantic dinner, it's going to be you, your partner, and your caregiver. Or if you're watching a movie, or things get serious and you're in bed together, and you have to be positioned in a certain way, is your partner going to be comfortable doing that? Or are they going to want your caregiver to come and put you in whatever position you need to be in? And for someone in my situation, where my caregiver is my mom, how weird is that going to be, to call and be like, hey mom, I need you to come position me. I need you to come move my leg. Come roll me over. That would just be weird. And so to make someone make that hard decision, are you a caregiver or are you their lover, is kind of an unfair spot to put someone. And while I would never expect someone I'm dating to do 100% of my care, for me it would be more comfortable to have caregivers come do the bulk of my care, meaning like morning routines or stuff like that. That way of a morning, the person I'm with isn't having to get me ready and get themselves ready, and then by the time the day is getting started, they're just exhausted. So I think a situation like that would be more beneficial to have a morning caregiver come in and get me ready, do my morning routine. That way whoever I'm with can focus on themselves and have that time to really focus on what they need to get done, what they want to get done. And same thing throughout the day. Like if whoever I'm with has a job, I'm going to need someone to come in and care for me. That way they're not sitting at work worried about, do I have to go to the bathroom? Am I getting hungry? Am I getting thirsty? Those types of situations. So I would definitely find a balance between having a boyfriend and having caregivers. And then that's something that, whoever I date would have to, come to terms with and get used to, and, and it would just be, become part of our schedule. So I'm curious to see if anybody has had these types of situations. I know a lot of people who are able to care for themselves for the most part and are dating or with someone who don't need caregiving. But I've only seen a couple people who actually need the level of care that I need in a relationship. And I'm curious to see how those work out. Do you have caregivers come in? Does your partner take care of you 100%? I'm looking for ideas and tips and, any kind of input you may have. So once again, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.